What's up everyone, welcome to a brand new video on the channel, welcome to some Horizon 5 and welcome to a brand new car added into Forza Horizon 5. This absolute monster that you're seeing here, the Morris Mini Traveller. Why is this back in the game? Why, out of all the cars that you decided to bring back into the series, I know it's not a new car, I know it's a car from the previous series. Now I also know that this game also isn't made just for returning players. However, I feel like the returning players to this game are getting absolutely nothing compared to brand new players to the franchise. So this is what I'm saying. Like, I've had people before tell me or complain to me that none of this is new stuff, none of this is new content. You are right. For, you know, returning players to the Horizon series, none of this is actually new content. This is recycled stuff. But for brand new players to the franchise, brand new players to the series, this is obviously a brand new car. And honestly, this is a kick in the balls for pretty much both of us communities. So, we got the Morris Mini Traveller back in the game, and I'm gonna do stuff to it. It looks like an old mini hearse. It's such a weird car. I never understood this car at all. It's like, it's got the mini front end, and it's just an extended rear end. It's like a Clubman. It's just ugly. I don't like it. I never ever liked this car. Not even it being like an old retro car, and I kind of like old retro cars. They're very, very cool. Not even as that type of car I don't like. I like the original Mini. I like the old Minis. They're cool. But this is just a big no-no. It's also D-Class 100. It's super, super slow. So I thought in today's video I could go ahead and change this thing into something that isn't the pile of crap that you're watching it be right now. Okay? So let's do stuff to it. I feel like this is a car that is worth it when you actually modify it and do stuff to it. So that's what I'm going to do in today's video. So I think I'm going to change some stuff on it. I do note that with the rally engine, we can get this thing to about, I think, 600 and something horsepower. Let's just have a look, actually, because I think we can without actually buying any of the parts. So I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to give it a dumb amount of power, like a stupid amount of power. And I want to see what... Yeah, 668 and 926 Newton meters of torque. I mean, the power to weight ratio is very, very good on this car. It's pretty much almost a 1-to-1 ratio if I do that. Now, the 2-liter VVT engine, which is a Honda engine, I think it's the F20 if I remember correctly, obviously brings our power up a little bit as well. But I want to see what this is like once I max this engine out. It also sounds completely different. Especially with a turbo. God, this feisty little car. That's what it sounds like. 531, 557. Upgraded turbo should be good. 685. I think this should bring us up to about 700 horsepower. Our torque is nowhere near the same amount that we had in the other thing. I mean, I have a better power to weight ratio now, as in horsepower to weight ratio than the other car. But the torque is just nowhere near. It's also front engine, front wheel drive, so I need to change all of that as well. So I guess that's pretty much where we are there. I'm pretty certain that we can put drift suspension on it. I'm gonna max this thing out. I just feel like I need to do it. I also feel like I should take this thing out on one of the maps that I made where I slammed all the cars, and I just want to see what it looks like. Should I put a cage in it? Yeah, go on then, why not? Might as well. Wait, I can't buy any of that stuff just yet because I'm gonna go ahead and rear wheel drive swap this thing. There we go. Rear wheel drive, 720 horsepower, all going to the rear wheels. This should be a very interesting one, let's just put it that way. We can change some stuff and we can get rid of the chrome. You know what? I'll get rid of the chrome in the front end a little bit. We can put a little spare wheel on the roof. Actually, I want to do that because it just looks funny. We can de-chrome the rear again as well. And then on the sides, put some mud flaps, which I'm not going to do. I feel then it's just not going to look as good. Now, for our tires. I feel like I need kind of grippy-ish tires on this thing. How wide can we actually get those rear tires to be? 175 in the front and 175 in the rear. So having 700 horsepower going just to the rear wheels, I feel like it's gonna be a bit of a struggle with this car. So I'm gonna go ahead and probably give it some decent tires. Okay, wheel wise, let me find a set of wheels for this thing and put it on. Okay, I don't know why, but I just feel like these rotor forms kind of suit it. I wish they could change the front and the rear wheels separately, because I would have put different wheels on the rear of this car compared to the front. But I want to put these rotor forms on. I think they look kind of funky and kind of cool. Oh my god, they look so big on this thing. They're only 14-inch wheels as well. They look so huge. I'm definitely gonna change the color of those. Oh wait, I forgot to change one thing since we changed this thing to rear wheel drive. So let's go ahead and do this. I'm gonna give this thing a 7-speed because why not? We'll pretty much F20 swap this thing, and I'm gonna put an off-road diff because it just locks the diff anyway, which is what we're gonna need. I need tires actually. That's the one thing I didn't actually change on this car. Alright, the tires. I think we need to. I mean, look at the difference between the stock tire compound that we have, and then as soon as we change that to semi-slick tires, it jumps from D class to S1. I mean, it makes a massive, massive difference. Even if we go up just a couple of tire sizes, or sorry, a tire, I guess, grips. It's just weird to explain it like that. Even the snow tires, even the snow tire compound gives me a huge amount of grip there. The white tire wall tires actually don't look even too bad. These off-road tires lowers the car a little bit more. I feel like it'd be kind of funny. I kind of want to put these wheels on it, to be honest with you, with the wide tire wall. It's just funny looking. Okay, I definitely need to change the color of those wheels. I don't want to keep the green rim around it. Like it just, I don't want to keep like a green rim around it. It just looks stupid. So I want to change that. Also the actual color for the exterior of this thing, because it looks disgusting right now. It just looks like a bandage. It literally just look. I hate that color so much. Okay, matte green doesn't look too bad. The blue actually looks quite good on this car. The wood on it is so funny to me. There's no advanced body options. Wheels I'm definitely going to change. So paint group 1. That is the face of the wheel, which I'm going to make into a nice chrome color, I think. Something shiny. I don't know why chrome in this just looks matte. I don't understand that. Oh man, I just realized I could paint the wheels. I could paint the wheels like the wooden color that the actual panels are. Oh, it's so ugly. I'm doing it. I am doing it. That is way too funny. I'm gonna paint that white and then the inner barrel, which you can't actually see, to be honest with you, so it doesn't really make too much of a difference. Can you see it? Like from under the car? Ah, yeah, you can see it from under the car. There you go. I'll make that wood as well. It's just got wooden wheels. It's the dumbest thing in the world. That is so stupid. I can't believe that that's a thing. Okay. Mirrors you can't change. Bonnet you can change. Oh god. I don't know. The green also doesn't even look too bad. Why did my wheels not change? Why did my wheels reset when I go and I change the exterior body of this car? I want to paint the blue though. I think the blue is nice. Yeah, my wheels just reset in color. So stupid. There you go. And then go to inner barrel. Do the same thing. Go to outer lip. That was just white, wasn't it? So we paint that white. Okay, cool. There we go. It's so stupid looking. It's so dumb. Oh my god. You can already tell what I'm gonna do to this car. I'm gonna slide it. Because, I mean, what the hell else am I gonna use this thing for? Seriously, what am I gonna use this car for? It's just, it makes no sense to use it for anything else other than to drift it about the place. I also didn't want to make it all-wheel drive because I feel like all-wheel drive is just, it's too easy. I actually quite like these tires. I do really like these tires. Somehow they suit this car. Like grip-wise, I mean. It makes it have like quite a decent amount of grip. Oh my god, and then transition as well. And then I spun out as well, but don't look at that. My top speed is apparently 26 miles an hour, because that makes sense. I'm going to go ahead and reduce the grip just slightly. By increasing my tire pressure. Everything else, I'm probably going to leave very close to the same. I actually do want to release. I was about to say release. I'm going to go and decrease that. I'm also going to soften the springs all the way. Because I also want to take it, like I said, on the one of the maps where I slam all these cars. And I just want to see what it looks like with it fully lowered to the ground. So One sec, let me do that first and I'll take down a mountain and I'll drive this thing and I'll try slide it and see what it's like when I do that. Now all these events where you have the little modifiers on them, they're all live. You can go and use them yourselves. Share codes are not going to be in this video. They're going to be in that video that I've made where I showcase all of these. It actually doesn't even go that much lower. I thought it would go... Okay, okay. You can't tell me that the fitment isn't like on point with this car. Right now, that looks great. There's actually no clipping at all, either. I am really impressed. As stupid as this thing is, I'm actually really impressed with the fitment on it. Oh my god. I'm also driving on the wrong side of the road. The fitment is pretty godlike on it, I'm not gonna lie. It's quite good. Right, let's have a quick look here in photo mode. That's pretty clean. That is pretty clean for like a crappy little Morris Mini. I love the little bit of camera at the front end as well. It's just so funny. But that fitment, look at that. It tucks in away so nicely under the fender there. It looks so good. It's just such a weird little car, man. Seriously, it's so strange. Alright, I think it's time to slide this thing. I feel like it needs a good sliding around. Yeah, it definitely needs it. Alright, let's try it. Right then, I waited until it went into daytime because I felt like it was going to be really, really annoying if I drove during the night. So, yeah. I also changed the sim steering. I made it so the front end has a little bit more grip because I kept spinning out in it. Or I felt like I was going to spin out in it. And obviously I did at the very beginning. It still feels like it wants to throw me off. I don't know why, it just... I mean, it does. I was about to say, it feels really long. I know it's not. I know it's still a tiny little car, but it just feels... I don't know, too long. It feels like that back end is just hanging off a little bit too far, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense at all. But it still feels like a small car because it's super, super agile and it changes directions really, really quickly. So the distance between the front wheels and the rear wheels it's still so small. And like I said, it changes directions so fast. I think this thing as an all-wheel drive would probably be quite decent at like point drifting. I don't really care for points now. I just want to sort of drive this thing and see what it's like. I don't actually even remember if I ended up ever driving this car in Horizon 4, so this is probably my first time driving this thing. I don't know. But with these tires and rear-wheel drive, it honestly feels like an all-wheel drive car because it grips up really well and accelerates very quickly. And I can push myself out of these corners really, really well. Power is definitely not an issue at all with this thing. I mean, it's got more power than it needs. Way more power than it needs. The gear ratios are also stretched out so much and it still doesn't seem to be enough. Oh my god, that went straight off there. Yeah, the sim steering is making an interesting difference. It was already twitchy before and it's even more twitchy now with sim steering. Yeah, you just have to be ready to catch it when it counter steers, or else you will spin out pretty easy. Okay. Yeah, I can't do super long slides with this thing. I can't do like handbrake slides or anything like that with it. It's oh, there it goes. Oh, but I caught it. There you go. So before my tune, when I was like spinning like that, I was about to like lose it there. I definitely could not have caught that. Now, after I've tuned it a little bit, and sim steering helps a lot as well, again, like I said. Okay. Yeah, like I said, I stretch my gears out and they still don't seem to be long enough. And it has too much grip. It has too much grip if I'm trying to do any sort of slides on my handbrake. Like, look, it just slows down insanely quickly. So I think the best way to do big ass slides with this thing is stick it into 7th and just floor it. And then just sort of hope for the best. Just try to control your counter steer. Or your angle, I guess, with counter steering. And you should be fine. I mean, once you get used to it, it really isn't a hard car to drive. It just is really, really twitchy because of how tiny it actually is. See what I mean by long slides? Oh, it's so dumb. Bit of handbrake here as well, just to try to see if I can catch it, but I don't like it. Oh, Evo, bro, go away. Do you think he heard me and stopped? If you did, thank you. Oh man. Yeah, it's a funny little car to drive. It really, really is. I feel like this is what the regular Mini is like. Oh my god, there it goes. I feel like this is what the regular Mini is like to drive. Do we even have the regular Mini in this game? Or do we just have the Forza edition one? That's fully electric. I can't even remember. I don't even remember seeing the regular Mini in this game. Surely it has to be in the game, right? I have every single car in the game and I don't know what half the cars are. Because I don't know, because the majority of the cars are from the previous game. And I don't know if they've taken them out and they're gonna include them as a DLC again or whatever, or as an update. I don't even know, man. Wait, did I complete the... Wait, what was the seasonal objective? I swear to god. Oh, anything goes. Okay, imagine if it said it was specifically supposed to be for like this type of car. And I just randomly went down. Yeah, it's a interesting little car. I mean, like I said, if you've played the game before, then you won't find this car interesting at all, especially if you've used it before. But if this is your first time playing the game, you know, if this is your first time on Horizon 5, then yeah, it's an interesting little car that you can try out and see what you can build it for. I feel like this, because the power to weight, or whatever, the class of it is really, really low, and then the power to weight ratio is actually quite good with both of these engines that you'll be able to have on. I feel like you can create some really, really fast cars for you know, like rally racing or stuff like that with the setup that I have here. Or sorry, not the setup, but with the setups that you could have on this type of car, because it's so small and lightweight and stuff like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. Well, that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching, everyone. Hopefully, you enjoyed today's video on the little Morris Mini Traveler. That's it. If you're new to the channel and you like the content, you like what you see, subscribe. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone. Peace out.